Welcome to the online session of Power Plant Engineering. In this lecture, we will discuss about the safety measures for nuclear power plant. In a nuclear power plant, safety measures requirements is the paramount at the nuclear power plant. Current regulation around the nuclear industry have been honed over the decade thanks to scientific advance and lessons learned from the minor and major incidents. As a result of this regulation and continuous improvement, nuclear incidents are new infrequent. Knowing and abiding by the regulation is central to be continued safety for the nuclear energy. Here the 10 areas of regulation that nuclear plant should be focused on. First is the stress test. Power plant must undergo a series of stress tests or nuclear risk and safety assessment to assess and reassess the safety of power reactor in a phase of the natural event such as an earthquake, tsunami, flooding, and accident management such as airplane crashes or the loss of the safety functionality. These tests were most recently prioritized in the EU after the nuclear accident, while the latest round of the major stress testing show that in a general power plant will be able to withstand extreme events. They also draw the attention to further improvement that can be should be implemented. Continuous improvement. While it's good practice in a general, continuous improvement is fundamental to sustaining the high nuclear safety standard. The legal requirement around the reducing the risk so far as reasonably practical mean the continuously improving standard is in effect a necessary. Applying the lesson learned, the experience, new scientific information and local and international nuclear events is a central to safety in a nuclear industry. Third point is the measuring the exposure to the radiation. Protecting the health of worker and the general public goes to the heart of many governmental regulation around the power plant. Specifically, meeting the losing the radiation in the air and the measuring the level of the radiation that worker, the public and surrounding environs are exposed to. In the EU, in community has established a basic safety standard to protect the worker and member of the public from the danger of ionizing radiation. Next post is the systematic safety review. The primary aim of nuclear power plant regulation are that fault do not occur, but all the possibility must be considered. If fault do occurs, they must be controlled successfully. If those protection fail, the system must be placed in to limit the consequences. Periodic safety review at all levels mean that not only the potential fault spotted before they can become issue, but they are also an effective way to get overall view of the actual plant safety and support the operational decision making. Emergency contingency plans. It is extremely important that the requirement for making the assessment and talking implementing decision and absolutely clear. The Office for the Nuclear Regulation set out the specific responsibility that nuclear industry must be adhered to cover the arrangement both on or offsite procedure. All nuclear power plant must be able to prove that they have a defined what emergency may be occur and what arrangement they have for dealing with them. This emergency contingency plan should be specific to the site and include all the area of the plants. Next is the emergency exercise. It is also essential that plant workers are trained in emergency plans. The nuclear installation inspectorate requires that all the employees who could be involved in the emergency are trained to manage this situation and take part in a regular practice exercise. The NEE also visits site to witness the demonstrate of those exercise and confirm if they are satisfactory. Next is the external peer review. Is very important. Alongside a comprehensive and systematic process for safety assessment, external peer reviews are beneficial and sometimes required. Independent organizations such as the World Association of Nuclear Operators and the International Atomic Energy Agency offer the comprehensive review of safety regulation and practices. Next is the nuclear power plant security. In addition to accident management protocols, effectively security arrangements are necessary to prevent them or sabotage and protect the sensitive information. Each plant must have an approved security plan. The officer for civil nuclear security is responsible for ensuring that each plant is compliant with security regulation, including for the site themselves and for the transport of the radioactive materials. Our next point is aging the power plant. Newly designed power plant must have a specification for how to meeting and how to manage the degradation and aging of the facility. The importance of this increase is relevant because of issue around the prolonging use of the older power plants. Many were be originally created with 30 to 40 years of operation in mind, while in some cases this is a simple matter of modernization, such as a replating along with digital safety function must be analyzed, tested and replaced if necessary. Last point is the general or non-nuclear health and safety regarding. As is true at any workplace, general health and safety regulation must also be adhered to. Some risks raised by the Office for Nuclear Regulation include the asbestos, construction operation, work in confined space, and the machinery safety, hazardous substance, and the exposure of the noise and vibration. In these cases, the health and safety executive retain the regulatory responsibility over the ensuring the concern are addressed. These are the main regulations for the nuclear safety. Thank you.